Welcome to Race in Alaska.
Today we're out four-wheeling with the kids, and we have the Argo as the recovery vehicle, so it should be really fun.
Yeah.
Pretty steep.
No.
I'd go that way there. You'll get stuck, but...
I can get stuck. I'm caked in here! I'm just completely caked! It's like pudding that I'm in! A little closer. A little closer. There we go, okay.
Okay, so I was trying to turn around, and then it flipped, and now we have to pull it out. But, to be fair, it looks like a very good parallel parking job from this angle. It's pretty stuck.
So it shut off when it flipped?
Yes.
Well, what I was worried about was that you guys would be pinned, because when I saw from that end, it looked like you guys were both on this side, and then the boys are over here trying to get it off you, but
No,
that's good.
it fell into a ditch, so we just fell into the ditch.
Okay, alright,
Yeah.
that's fine.
All extremities are intact.
Good.
Yeah, you can pull around and we'll just winch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pull it up. It's probably flooded.
What? When did it flood?
When it was laying on its side, it probably flooded.
So then what, we just wait?
Let's pull it for a minute and see if we can compression start it.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just drag it for a minute and see if it'll start. So you'll have to put it in gear, like put it in third gear. it was probably flooded, and so when we drug it, we just ran the compression through and burned that gas out of it, is what my guess is, instead of wearing the battery down maybe and being more stranded. So it's a decent fix. I guess in the end, it runs. That's what matters most.
And they're off.
She wants to run. I know it. I see her.
Got some water in it. We're just working the water out of it here. And so what's happened with that is he just got water in everything. The exhaust pipe is filled with water, and so it's just burning the water out of it. By the time we catch back up to him, I suspect he'll be running clear. We're going to stop here for lunch. You can see there's a glacier right through there. So the kids, we let the kids go on, and they're going to a place that's supposed to, you should be able to see 3 mountain ranges, Alaska mountain ranges from there on a clear day. There's enough cloud cover, they probably won't see them all today, but it is still a spectacular view, actually better than the view right behind us here.
But we're, so slow in the Argo that we thought we'd turn around and putter our way back, and I'm sure they'll be up there, have lunch, come back, and catch us somewhere on the trail.
Yeah, so we've made it through the biggest, swampiest places, kind of the worst terrain, and now it's kind of trail driving. And Argo, although it drives on trails, it's not where it excels.
Yeah, a little rough.
Yeah, so we're going to stop here for lunch, and then we'll get back on the trail. Well, that was quite a ride.
Yeah.
It was dirty as sin. Thankfully it rained last night, otherwise that trail would have been horrible.
Oh, yeah. We didn't get near as dirty as the kids.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they
We'll
they
have
were
to film them when they come back.
and whatnot, yeah. Well, I think that the kids had a lot of fun, and they each brought one friend, and so we actually had 4 kids along on the trip, but we only have 2.
Right.
So we had a couple spares in case one goes
Yeah.
flat.
Yep. Along in the Argo. The Argo's top speed is really only, with tracks on it, it's like 13 miles an hour, and obviously the wheelers are way faster, so they would, in the mud holes, we were hoping for them to get stuck so we could pull them out.
Well, that way I could gloat that, the old man rig is better than their speedy little teeny bopper rigs. We did get a little bit of that in the beginning, but once we got past the mud holes and it was really just trail, we let them go ahead. We came back. Hopefully they make it up to the peak that they're going to.
We're having a big problem with my machine right now. And it's not necessarily new. We've known about it for a couple miles, but we're actually going to do something about it now. I realized that my mud flap was, grinding, and, that's not a great thing. And then if you come under here, and I'll show you what we got going on. That one, bar. This one, not so much. There's kind of nothing there. I don't know if the bolt fell out or what, but we're gonna see what we can do to remedy this. Great. This is for my mud flap. I'm just gonna put this bungee over.
Why are you putting a bungee over the mud flap?
So that it doesn't grind on it quite as much. The brake isn't working, possibly as a result of this. To run the winch over, around, and then onto it basically, so that it kind of keeps it upright. Now, I'm not completely convinced necessarily, just because there's suspension, so it could be moving a lot, but we don't really have a ratchet strap, which might remedy it. And we need to get back to jam, because we are without the Argo, so, you know, we're improvising the best we can. We're going to try to get it back under its own power. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's not hooked, but it's. Oh, it's not hooked. Oh, it's okay. There it is. It's not going anywhere now, which is good. Here, give it the old rattle test. See if it. Oh, I think you just misaligned it again. Yeah, it's no, but now it can't get back because the winch. Yeah, let the winch out. Winch in. In. Yeah. We're gonna see how that goes. We're just gonna take it a little bit. I mean, if it misaligns, we'll put the winch back in and limp it home the way we were limping it home, but my hopes are not high.
Hopefully they have smooth sailing. We were plagued with a couple of problems. My son had swamped out the machine last night, so we had to pull the spark plug on it and run the engine and shoot the water out of the cylinder. That's always really nice. We changed the oil on it this morning, got it running, and then he managed to not fully swamp it out, but have it take on water through the course of this trip. And you could see a clip in there where there's a lot of steam coming out of the exhaust. It wasn't smoke, it was just steam. And so he'd gotten at least the muffler full of water, but I think he got some water in the carburetor as well, but we managed to get that flushed through and it ran fine.
It didn't quite work. I was going through this last bit here. We've probably only made it like less than maybe a half mile. No, like probably a quarter mile. Not half mile. We'll call it a half mile. And it sounded like it just was, there were a bunch of marbles rolling around. So we're gonna ex-nay this idea for now, although we tried. So here, let me show you what we got going on now. It's actually kind of worse. So you come under here and look at it. It's now just like not even close to it. And it's coming out on this side. So that's also not great. Yeah, for right now that might not be the worst thing in time. It's hard to describe exactly how messed up it is. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see tire is not supposed to be like that. So this has just become a rescue mission. Oh wow, the back angle is even worse. Okay. Fixed for now, but okay, so we're just gonna, take it slow again. Let's try to limp this back to the Argo and then maybe we can see what we can do.
And so we're just kicking back. We made it back here without them, and we're just waiting for them to show up. Hopefully they run problem free and make it back soon.
Well, yeah, and we just told them, go on ahead. We gave them their lunch and drinks, and, we said, we'll meet you back on the trail or on the way back to the place, but no sense in them having to go wait for us for long periods of time while we caught up in our slow coke machine.
Well, and Argo's really, it has a place where it is reigns supreme in everything, down in the bogs and the mud holes and all that. But on the trails where you can go 40 miles an hour on a wheeler, that's really not where you need an Argo on tracks. In fact, it's really just a waste of the Argo. And
trip. First, I want to say a couple things first. This thing, even crippled, it went through the biggest, just swamp hole, mud pit. Like, just, look, I'm caked in mud. And so's the machine. My boots, everything. But the thing that saved me, honestly, saved my legs specifically, is these rain pants. Now, they're from the 80s. We found them who knows where, and I have them all taped up. Like, I got a whole duct tape diaper on. I got a duct tape leg brace. Like, this thing, there's just duct tape all over it. But I think it's finally time to retire these so that no one else has to go through the trouble of wearing them ever again. It's just... These things are just a piece of crap. But, you know what? I have to give them some credit because they did absolutely save me from the wet. And I have to give them that. They did their job. They did it valiantly, but it's time to go. Thank you, old rain pants. And, of course, I'm stuck on the only piece of these that's durable, the duct tape. Thanks for watching Raised in Alaska.